My name is Soita China. I'm a prosecutor here based in Siaya. I am also the SGBV focal person Nyanza region. Today we're here on the behest of Mildmay International to discuss collaboration with other duty bearers regarding matters SGBV. Siaya has, in the cases we take up, SGBV cases form a very large percentage of these cases. One is, SGBV cases you might see it in the form of not in the form of forcible detainer, in the form of defilement, in the form of rape, domestic violence. So far, so good. We estimate that there are 73% of the cases in Siaya, 73 to 80%.
And Ministry of Health on issues SGBV, sexual gender-based violence. So my bit today actually was to emphasize on the collaboration between paralegals and the police in issues relating to SGBV, and with the particular emphasis on the roles that the paralegals do play and why the police should help them, should entertain them in the investigations of their cases, given the outreach to the local key populations are very pertinent to investigations of cases where police might not even reach out to those people at the grassroots. So my bit was to take the police on their collaborations and what authorizes the statutes that authorizes the paralegals to collaborate with police. Well, in this region being Siaya County, SGBV cases are a scourge, actually near pandemic situations. So SGBV cases are quite prevalent, and that's why you'll find a lot of non-governmental organizations handling issues related with SGBV. So that's why we are here. We are trying to educate the masses and actually give them the channels which they should be following in access to justice, all through from the grassroots to the court level where they find justice. Yeah.
My name is Ojwang Bill. I work for Mildmay International Kenya. When you look at the SGBV referral pathway, you realize that we have what we call service points. We have right from the community all the way to health facilities to police, but also through the judicial system. That means that there are different stakeholders that are handling this one survivor or this one client, or this one person, or young person, old, whatever age, that has been abused sexually or matters physical violence. So then it is important for all these stakeholders to play a coordinating role, which is around coordination and proper communication, because if that is to happen, that means that we will be able to strengthen the referral pathway and be able to put our data together. So that is why, as Mildmay International Kenya, we brought this conversation together, onboarding the ODPP and also one of our pro bono advocates to break some of the illegal jargons around this and be able to tell people why the different partners can work together. This is not a one-off conversation because one of our action plans is immediately go back to the sub-counties where we work. You need to realize that the sub-counties have gender, the GBV technical working groups. So part of the people who are coming to this particular meeting are members in those TWGs, and we want to take that conversation there. It doesn't end at that. What you now want to look at is where is the need? How do we change case management, right from looking at, as that been presented by the ODPP, how do we say, I need help, come in and give me the support, so that then we can track by the end of, in 3 months' time, we need to then check, is there any difference? Have we seen a case move seamlessly as compared to before we had this particular conversation?
Okay, my name is Achieng, a paralegal from Malego Usonga. What I learned today that is new is I've had different cases being withdrawn from court, but with the interaction that I've had with the ODPP, it has been clarified that I can take the cases back and we can review these cases and we get justice for these minors that we had. The number one challenge that we have is you'll find that most of our cases, they take a lot of time. Before the courts were added more prosecutors, the files could take long in court. You could be having a file in court that's supposed to be issued for an arrest, but it takes at least 1 month. So in that period of 1 month, this perpetrator can elope. So you'll find that if the perpetrator is not there, then this case is just going to stall. So by the time this file is coming back, we don't have a person to charge. The perpetrator is already gone. So that is my number one challenge. Another challenge is you'll get that these survivors, some of them are, I want to call them hostile. They've been coached by the parents or the guardians in matters reporting their cases. Maybe the perpetrator was the parent or maybe a close relative, and they wanted this case to be solved in-house. So you will see that this survivor will tend to shy off from maybe reaching out to the courts. They will become hostile. If they have been called for testifying, they're not there, they don't come. So, and if we don't have a complainant in court, then we don't have a case. So my case will just go like that. Yes.
My name is Dorington, community paralegal from GEM. I think another thing that we should do is to increase or intensify sensitization to the community so that the community members basically know the legal process or the procedure that every case should take. And then number two, also involve them in every stage. Yeah. See, if they are not involved, then they are out. Yeah. I also want to indicate that for the defilement cases and rape, we have ongoing cases around 112 cases from October to date to last year. When is today? 26th, 28th March. We have around 112 cases, active cases in court, and that shows that by end of this year, 112 people, adults and minors, are going to be jailed, and so they will be withdrawn from our community or society, and that's a workforce that is going to be withdrawn, and that's a very great loss to our community. So if we don't facilitate this process, then that's a great mess.
Not close that. Even if we closed our case, we can ask for the prosecution case to be reopened, or we withdraw that matter for purposes of saving principle. I cannot deal with that because unless, and when I am rejecting it, I tell the police officer, unless you bring me this and this and this, you satisfy this, we will not proceed with this.
Actually, are mandated to train advocates and even the